Hey guys, Diabora Disaster here. This is my ban list video that I wanted to discuss the events of the game after the ban list hit. So, we'll just get right down to it. By the way, this is my my desk setup, so hope you get to enjoy a little bit of the decorum behind me, if you can see it. So, first things first, Itmon. Something definitely needed to happen to Beals. I will say that after playing the deck after the ban list hit, I'm not sure the Imp is exactly what needed to happen, but it does make it where you need to high roll a little bit in order to win some of your games, as opposed to now where you had effectively an upwards of about 15 cards not in your deck at a time. Because, like, I'll be honest, when I played the deck with the Impmons, it just felt like the Imp was never there, and when it did get hit, I'm like, oh, that's cool, 3 more cards, neat. So increased consistency, and it's just one of those variables that really didn't need to be there. So, it's a good hit. That's definitely true here. It just definitely feels like the deck needs to high roll a little bit more in order to win. It still wins a handful of its matches the way it used to, and like, against the matchups where it was already good, this didn't exactly, like, hurt it, but it does decrease its efficiency a little bit. Might be just enough, we'll see. It's obviously still topping in the Ultimate Cup stuff, and it is still topping in store challenges, but just not as much. So, we'll see what that comes to the table after here in the next couple of sets, if it's going to even remain relevant. But as of right now, it's still fine. It's not as broken as it was, and I know people have already hopped off the deck because it got hit in some capacity. So, you know. Next, we have the Blossomon hit. I think this is a good hit. Maybe not necessarily for now, but it is definitely good for the long haul of the game. Because as we stand right now, Green's good builds have all been extremely narrow. Like, their level 5s have pretty much always been set in stone. They're all Digisorption. The mechanic's just too good, and it leaves for some narrow card designing by Bandai. So removing most of them from the table makes it to where you gotta be a little bit more inventive with your level 5s and stuff like that. Obviously, that, you know, it sucks because Green's never, like, been, like, amazing. But at least this way you gotta actually try the next time Green gets good. And if you could see, like, the Blossomon and or the Argomon at high counts with the new Rusty coming in just alone, it's really strong. So, like, I think this is just a good hit for later down the line. Where Garurumon promo. This card, it definitely feels kind of out of place, just because after the power creep of BT12, we haven't seen Metal Garurumon X anywhere. It's practically dead. Even before this hit. But now removing this card, I'm not sure it was the right choice. It definitely does help when we are trying to make archetypes more inclusive to themselves. So, like, a really strong generic card like Rare Garurumon Promo is probably just a good hit in general. And it is the kind of unfair card, I guess, if you look at the Metal Garuru X deck. So, like, it might be worth the hit here. That one's going to take some time to tell. And then, lastly, Grand Kawagamon. I find this hit hilarious. Mainly because we only have a few local Grandis players, and they adore that deck to death. But that Grand Kawagamon's been sort of a problem ever since its release, in one way or another. So I think just removing this card off the table, for the most part, it definitely allows for other inventive green strategies to come out, not just, you know, Grand Kawaga, go Burr. And that's literally how it's been since set 4. So I think it's a fine hit. It didn't necessarily have to happen now, but, you know, better late than never, I guess. So, my opinion of the current format at this point. Beals is not dead by any means. I played a handful of games of it yesterday. It's still very good. It just loses a little bit of its efficiency to be able to go as fast as it once did. It definitely brings the bar down a little bit for other decks that weren't able to keep up with it. Now, mind you, but that said, it is still very good. It just has to hard rely on milling all of its cards manually instead of just randomly getting an extra 3 cards here and there. Because, oh look, Itmon, lol. We are now starting to head into a more Hunter and Wargrey based format, as well as the other decks that are already good. So we have stuff like Bloomlord is still doing fine, because obviously outside of Ultimate Cup we still have Hydramon at 4, and we still have Death-X in all the decks that were playing it, so that's a good thing. Dark Knight's seeing a lot of play now too, surprisingly now, not before the Beals hit. Let's see. Honestly, the list did allow for a lot of other decks that Beals sort of gatekeeped from the format to make their way back in. Aside from that, it doesn't change a whole lot. The meta's still, like, pretty heavy, and we have a guest. There you are. But, with that said, I think the format's in a decent place right now. A handful of decks that were less viable prior to the list are able to be played again. That definitely makes some players like Machine Dramon mains happy. It makes Setcon good again, and decks like Setcon. So, me being a resident Setcon player also makes me a little bit happy that I can play it again. So I think we're back to the point where the format is in a good place until we hit at least BT13. I'm not so sure how Shine's gonna fare with this slightly altered format compared to Japan's format they had. So we will see, I guess. But that is the current state of the format. I think it's in a good place, and I think you're able to play a lot other decks that you weren't able to play prior to the ban list, because Beals was just too powerful and everybody and their mom was on it. But with that said, thanks for watching, and look forward to my next deck profile videos and such. I'm hoping to get some gameplay videos as well done here with my buddies on Discord, more likely than anything, just because I don't have a good tripod or anything to record videos IRL, so we'll probably just do some games on Discord, and I'll do some commentary or something like that. And I hope you liked this type of video, and I hope you all have a great day, or diabolical day. If you enjoyed that video and want to see more, feel free to click on the most recent video link on the left side of the video, or just go to my channel link and check out all the awesome Digimon content I have for you there. While you're there, smash the subscribe button for me so we can keep the channel going. Also, more content on my TikTok about Digimon news, card releases, and just general rants about the card game, and the occasional random video. Don't forget to answer the question of the week at the bottom of this video, down in the comment section, and as always, have a diabolical day.